Hello, everyone. It is 11 Hip Hop Hollywood, episode 11. Alright, now the link to the full episode is down below in the description box. So, hit your girl up with the like, alright? Let me know that you appreciate me putting the video up for you and hit me up with the like, alright? So, let's get into it. Check out my campaign on Indiegogo. The link to that is also in the description box. So, let's get into it, alright? Alright, so first off, it's Nia and Morgan. Nia goes to Morgan's house because, she just updating Morgan on what's happened ever since the last time they talked. And Morgan talks about, oh, I'm mad at you. You ain't told me nothing. How did it go? Did you tell Soldier? She was like, well, I had a miscarriage. And I was pissed off because Soldier's all the way in Brazil, and I hadn't even had the chance to tell him that I was pregnant. So when I had the miscarriage, I texted him, and I let him know that, you didn't care, you don't care about me, you don't care anything about it, and it's real fucked up. And she's like, so he even had the nerve to block me on Instagram and Twitter, and he is not talking to me. And I'm like, yeah, this nigga is really immature. He went and blocked you on Instagram and Twitter because y'all was, arguing on the phone. Okay. Okay, girl, you can do better. I'm sorry, he's just not. I don't think Soldier's that bad of a guy. He's just very immature. Okay, I don't feel like he's cold hearted. He's just young. He just young minded. Okay, you just need somebody older. Sorry, sweetheart. He's not that bad of a guy, but he just ain't. Okay, he ain't up to par. Alright, so next is Hazel. Hazel's in the studio working on a song. I don't know what it was called, but it didn't sound that bad. She's in the studio with her manager. Afterwards, she lets her manager know that she's been going through a lot of bullshit with Berg and Masika and Tierra. And he's like, look, I don't even want to hear about it, okay? Look, you need to stop worrying about this bullshit and just get to the music. Basically, fuck Berg, okay? Fuck Masika. You ain't even gotta worry about them. As for Tierra, that's a whole nother story. That's truly your friend. And you should try to work that out. But everything else, fuck that and pay attention to the music. And she's like, look, I'm human. I have feelings too. He's like, look, I don't want to hear all that bullshit that you coming at me with. Okay, I don't want to hear all that. Get it together and stay focused. Basically. And she's like, okay, well, I'll get it together. So next is Tierra. And Tierra has brought Drew, aka Lil Fizz, to meet Nikki because Nikki want to go on some dates, y'all. Okay, Nikki likes when her friends hook her up with, men and stuff. She done been single and ready to mingle ever since her and Molly Ma broke up. So she just ready to, be on some dates. So she brought Drew. And since they both have newly broken hearts, that they can just, relate on that. So she brings him over. He's like, you know what? I just broke up with Amanda, but shit. Nikki, Tierra friend, she looking right, her body right. I'm like, okay, well, I guess you in Hollywood, so you okay with the plastic. But that's alright. Whatever you like is cool with me. So Tierra sits down and she starts talking about her problems with Ray J. And I'm like, wait, I thought this was supposed to be them getting to know each other. And you talking about your shit. She's talking about how Ray J tried to apologize to her. And, she just feel like he full of shit. And they're like, okay, well, you got to move on. Basically, they ain't giving a fuck right now. They're trying to focus on each other. And, they decide they're going to go on a date. So we'll continue on to that later. Alright, next is Moniece. And Moniece is in, I guess, the living room of her cousin's house. Her cousin supposedly works on The Voice. I never watched that show, so I wouldn't know if he was on there or not. But, surprisingly, Moniece can sing. I know she, said she was a singer and stuff, but shit, all these hoes on here say they some singers. And they can't sing, but she can sing. I wasn't feeling the song that she was singing, but she can blow. She can blow. She just crazy as hell. She got to get it together. She says that she's trying to stay focused. She did have a record deal one time, and then everything just went downhill, and she lost everything. And right now, she's trying to stay focused, but singing right now is not a priority for her. Getting her son, getting a place to stay so she can have her son over is the priority for her. And her cousin tell her, look, you can't just say that, singing it can wait, okay? If you want to make it, you can just take singing along with you. I kind of agree with him, but she does have the priority of trying to get, a place together so she can have her son, and singing ain't paying the bills right now. Now, I'm all about following your dreams. Maybe she just needs to find some type of balance with singing and working, okay? So, and figure it out. You can get it together. He says he can tell in her voice she sounds good, but her mind ain't right, and she just needs to get her mind right. Shit, if you ain't having a place to stay, it's bothering you, sing about that. And he's right about that. Alright, y'all, I'm gonna hurry up because it's hot as hell. I don't know why I'm so hot. But anyways, next is Ray J. And Ray J meets up with Miss Brandy. Now, Miss Brandy look good, honey. Okay, I was loving that big hair. I love curly hair. That big hair just did it, girl. You was looking great. So, they're talking about what's been going on with Ray J. He's like, it's the people around me. They just been, negative and stuff like that. And she's like, look, I'm going to be honest with you, okay, Ray? It's not the people around you, it's you. And he's like, yeah, I know I got to get together. And I talked to Mom. She's like, well, what did Mom say? He was like, Mom said she thinks my environment is bad. She's like, to be honest with you, I think your environment is bad too. And he's like, I know what Brandy and my mom is talking about with my environment. They talking about Princess. And that's all because they some Tierra lovers. But that's okay. I'm going to get it together anyways. So basically, Brandy tells him the females that you got around you is messy. And they ain't no good. Morgan and Princess and all that bullshit. You need to get that straightened out. With the drama, with, you and Tierra, did you apologize to her? He's like, yeah, I apologized to her, but then she starts talking about, stuff that going on between me and Princess that only me and Princess know. Like, and Morgan running her mouth telling him, she's like, look, you just need together, you need to straighten out these females, clean them up, basically. Clean them hoes on out your house. Alright? Alright, so next is... Ooh, y'all, my back is hurting. I'm standing up. Alright, next is Omari and April. Omari and April is in the bathroom talking. And April somehow, talking with her mom on the last episode, she realized that they're even farther apart than she, thought. That she tried to talk to her, but her mom just wasn't getting it. And, Omari's like, you didn't just throw that April power on her, did you? She was like, no. I tried to talk to her first, and then I realized she wasn't understanding me, so then I blew up on her ass. And he's like, you need to, just try to talk to her some more. She's like, I realized that I need to wait until she's ready to, basically have her come to talk to me when she's ready, and we can try to figure things out. He's like, yeah, she can't figure out things that she don't know how to do. You can't get her to do stuff that she's never done before and she doesn't know how to do. It's not going to be that easy. But if you love her and you're willing to wait, then that's all good. Now, you've been staying up in this house and you've been playing mommy, and, I just wanted to let you know we got, things to figure out. Like, you need to go ahead and hook a nigga up. And she was like, what do you mean hook a nigga up? He's like, look, you need to hook me up. And she's like, no, you need to hook me up. And he was like, I can't hook you up. Doctor said it's going to be 6 weeks. 6 weeks before I can tear it up. And she was like, oh no, you can, there's other things you can do. You can, okay, you know what the Slurpee is. Okay. And he's like, alright, well, I'll do it. But you gotta hook me up. She's like, okay, well, that's fine. I'm gonna say something about Omari is funny to me. I get comic relief from him, okay? I enjoy Omari. Alright, so next is Nikki and Drew. Now, they end up going on a date. And why are they sitting here talking about their damn exes? I don't understand it, but I guess they two broken hearts trying to just have it mend, okay? So, she starts asking him about his ex-girlfriend, and and he's like, oh, I've been, cheated. I was in a relationship with her for 2 years. She cheated on me. She basically had another dude the whole time she was with me, on and off. And, I tried to have a serious relationship with her and all, but it's just a point where you just gotta cut it off and you just gotta let him go. And she's like, you know what, that's like a similar, thing that I've been through, and I understand it. And she's like, I'm just a little wary of trying to date a guy that's been in the industry. And he was like, look, I'm like the total opposite of, all that. I've done my due, but my main priority is my son. And how do you feel about kids? She's like, yeah, I like kids, everybody's got kids now, so it's fine. So how is you and your son, or your son's mother relationship is? And he's like, she's like, what is you laughing for? And he was like, look, I'm trying to work on co-parenting. She was like, oh really? And he was like, yeah, she just, real messy, and she was in my last relationship and just being messy and butting her nose and things she shouldn't have been doing. And she was like, okay, well, what, does she work? And he was like, okay, yeah, she worked, selling dildos. She said she got a job. And she was like, okay, well, we own strip clubs, and, maybe I could hook her up with, some people. And he was like, oh yeah, y'all could be friends. And she was like, yeah. And he was like, no more girls meet my baby mama. She was like, why? And he's like, 'cause she's crazy. She is crazy, and that's okay. We ain't got to, you ain't got to hook it up. But I think, me and you should just really focus on being friends and getting to know each other. And she was like, what do you think? I want to be in a relationship with you or something? He's like, you might want to. You might want to. And she's like, okay, well, yeah, we'll just work on being friends. And then they start kissing and making out. But we'll see how that works. I don't think that they will be that bad of a couple. I do think, I know Nikki is high maintenance, and I don't know if he can handle that. But she better than a cheater. I don't think Nikki is a cheater, and I will give her that. Okay? So, I don't know. Maybe it'll work out between them, but he's got to give her a chance. Alright, so next is Nia goes to the studio to meet up with Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy invited her out to the studio because, he had been pissed off. He was hurt that she actually texted him, cussing him out about not caring and about the miscarriage when he just found that out. And he's like, I lost the baby too, and I ain't have to go and delete her off of Instagram and stuff like that. But shit, when I get in my emotions, it could be a problem. I'm not a cold-hearted person, but, intentional, but I got in my feelings. So they start talking, and she's like, I had a miscarriage. I tried to talk to you. I could not talk to you. I even tried to Skype with you. That didn't work. He was like, look, I did what I could do. I had 3 shows that day. I couldn't really talk to you like that. I wanted to fly on out to see you soon as I found out you had a miscarriage, but I can't do that and lose all my shows, you know, not do all them shows and 11 shows and get sued for it, which he is being truthful to that, because you can't just, say I ain't gonna show up to the show. You will get your ass sued. But, you know, she's like, well, maybe we just, you know, we need a break. And he's like, you know, I was out there, I was sick. One of my shows I missed. Okay, it's been a lot on us. So I'm just thinking, if y'all say y'all had communication problems 8-9 years, just let it go. I'm sorry, I know it's hard, okay? But you got to let it go. You gotta let it go. He ain't ready. He just ain't ready. So, he ain't a bad person. He just ain't ready. Alright, so next is Tierra and Hazel E. Now, Hazel E decides to call Tierra up because she been thinking about what her manager told her. And, you know, kind of how, like, Tierra and Hazel had their, you know, each other's back at Berg's party. And she decides, okay, well, I'm going to bring you these iced coffees as a, you know, kind of like a peace offering. And she's like, alright, well, is it poison? She's like, no, I'm just playing. She's like, look, I'm sorry about how things ended. It was, you know, very intense with us living together. I felt like we was going to kill each other all the time. How you was talking to me about Berg. You know, I realized that you were telling the truth. And Tierra's like, yes, Berg was never your man. You know, he just wasn't into you like that. She was like, I know it, but I just wanted your support at the time. I didn't want to hear that. You know, I wore my heart on my sleeve. And, you know, you hurt me. And Tierra's like, well, you hurt me too. And you going out there telling Masika and everybody all kind of things, spreading all these rumors and stuff about me. You hurt me too. And she's like, yeah, and I'm sorry. And I just really want us to be friends. But I want us to be friends, but it's just that it's like I don't want you to do the song with Berg. You know, we can be friends, but I don't want you to do the song with Berg. And Tierra's like, that is absurd. Okay, I would never ask you to do something like that. She was like, but I just feel like it's out of spite. And Tierra's like, no, it's not out of spite. And she was like, one, the song has a connection to me. It's a part of me. And I would never ask you to do something like that. And if that's your conditions, then we can't be friends then. I'm sorry. Then it's, I can't believe you would even say something like that to me. And Tierra gets up and walks off. I'm like, oh shit. I want them to be friends. Okay, I really feel like they care about each other. They fight, friends fight. But I feel like they should be friends. Hazel, you might feel like that, but you can't just ask her to give the song away. Okay, I do, Tierra basically tells her the song's all done. I know you felt like they did that trying to get back at you, but that ain't what it was. Maybe that might have been Berg's intention, but that ain't what Tierra's intentions was. So let her get that money and you get out your feelings and then try to focus on your friendship, not trying to give her an ultimatum. Okay? Alright, so next is Drew and Moniece. They meet up because Monique supposedly had talked to a blog about her relationship with Drew because, she had been in her feelings about their little last argument. And basically, she done went and told the blogs that, she is, co-parenting and he's disrespectful to her. He's abusive to her, and he telling her like, why would you go and say that? Those are lies. Why would you say that? And at first she's like, okay, well maybe I've told the blog something that I shouldn't. But I mean, I was in my feelings. And then while they arguing, and he's like, you ain't no damn, like you ain't give nothing. You gave me nothing, okay? I've been taking care of Cam. I've been mama and daddy. And she's like, you know what? You just hurt. It just hurts to hear the truth, okay? And he's like, no, you ain't gave me a damn thing. You ain't did nothing. You say you out here working. Where your house at, okay? You ain't did shit. And I'm like, damn, I don't really want to see them arguing. Okay, because that's real shit. That ain't, like we say, scripted and made it. They really got a kid together, okay? So I don't really want to see them arguing. I hope they can get their shit together. Yes, I do want some positivity on this ratchet ass show. Okay? Alright, so next is, hold on, y'all. Ooh. Oh my gosh, y'all. Okay. Next is Ray J, and he's setting up, this little romantic evening for him and Princess because it's been intense at the house ever since he talked to Morgan. And Morgan, she dropped a bomb on him that Princess ain't loyal either. So, she's like, oh, is this all for me? She comes and she pulls up in a Bentley. I'm like, okay, Princess, what your ass do? I guess you just fuck rich men, huh? I ain't mad at you. Nah, just playing though. But, they said he got the chef cooking and everything. Candles around the pool. They trying to have a nice little evening. And he like, look, I went and talked to Tierra at Burger Party, and I just really wanted to apologize to her. And she come with me talking about I know you're not happy. And she telling me some stuff that me and you only know. So, I want to know why you go and you telling Morgan all our business. Because I went and met up with Morgan, and she like, yeah, I did it. And tell Princess if she want me to hook her up with that. Let me know if she want me to hook her up with that baseball player. And she's like, I'm really shocked. Okay? Because you bring Morgan around me, and when me and you go through our stuff, the only person I talk to is Morgan, and I trusted her like family, and I can't believe that she would go and do this. And he like, I don't want Morgan having your fucking number no more. And she's like, okay, that's how you feel? He's like, yeah. Alright, and you want to go out here, you want to boss up. Alright, and you know what? I hate to say this, but Tierra was right. And she was like, oh, really? You want to go there? And she was like, Floyd was right when he told me that all men ain't shit. Well, now I see why you cheated on him. Now I see why you cheated on him. Okay, but shit, I ain't for all that cheating. If you really feel like all men ain't shit, why are you playing games? Okay? If they ain't shit, why do you even go through this trying to deal with their bullshit? Let it go. Be alone. Being alone don't mean you're gonna be lonely. Okay? If you happy with yourself, you will be just fine. But to be honest with you, all men are not dogs. Alright, I will tell you that. But anyways, he telling her basically they need to separate. They need a break. And she was like, okay, well, that's what you want to do? That's what you want to do? Like, I can't believe you. You's a bitch. And he was like, you know what? I've been in anger management, and I know how to hold my anger. I know how to contain my anger. And she's like, okay. Take her, her little drink, and like, and he's sitting there like, and then she started picking up food and throwing it, just trying to antagonize and trying to piss him off so bad. And then she started grabbing for the red wine. And he like, stop it. And he gets up and, she ends up spilling the wine on herself. She get up, try to push him in the pool. He like, look, I said stop. And then he just like, push her ass straight in the pool. Look, sorry, now come on out. And walks in the house. And the damn, crew basically pulls her out. She's like, no, I'm going to fuck him up. I'm going to fuck him up. And she running there soaking wet. Child, that was a mess. That was a mess, but I ain't gonna lie, that part was entertaining. But my mouth dropped when he pushed her in the pool. I was like, oh my gosh. Now I believe Morgan when she said Ray J put his hands on her and Princess. But that was it for this episode. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at Jazz Chapman. And don't forget 1K subscriber giveaway. Gift giveaway. You have to like, you have to share, and you have to comment. Oh, no, you have to subscribe. If you comment with some bullshit, you're gonna get deleted, okay? I'm just being real. Alright, so y'all take care. Thanks for watching.